Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are returning to my channel, welcome back, where I do post videos daily. In this video we're going to be discussing being your own validation. Now I'm a person who I do apologize for the dogs in the back. I can't control that, but I do make all of my videos out in nature, as you can see. I'm a person who has grown to have zero self-doubt. Zero self-doubt, meaning there is nothing in this world, there is nobody in this world that can deter or discourage me from what I know my purpose is and for what I feel my destiny is. Now this pertains to not only my goals and my dreams in this world, but it also pertains to the things that I feel make me me. And that just happens to be, connecting with the deeper meaning and deeper substances in life, the deeper meaning for everything, connecting with nature, just appreciating all that I have in life and really trying to make the best out of the life that I've been given, which hasn't been crystal peachy or crystal staircase, but I've made the best and I'm proud of myself for what I have accomplished in my life. So getting back to the topic of being your own validation, when you grow to be your own source of validation and your only source of validation, you develop an unshakable confidence and peace about living life on your terms, no matter what that looks like, no matter who understands it or who doesn't, no matter who supports you or who doesn't. You're fully confident and free in what you have decided to do with your life and who you are. You appreciate everything about yourself that makes you you, that makes you distinctive, that makes you unique, that makes you different. And there is no amount of negativity or discouragement from any person, no matter how close the person is to you. There is nothing that anybody can say or do to you to diminish your sense of freedom, your sense of peace, and the purpose that you dedicate yourself to live for. There's nothing that the outside world can do to make you feel less confident or less happy or less sure about yourself. When you become your own source of validation, you're no longer in competition with anyone. You're no longer comparing yourself to anyone. You're appreciating everything that makes you you, while acknowledging that everything that makes everybody else them is just as valid, is just as great. There is no competition because you're in a race with yourself. You're only trying to be better than you were yesterday, and tomorrow you're trying to be better than you are today. And when you begin to live with this mindset, it truly sets you free from a lot of the anxieties, the burdens, and the pressures of the world. It sets you free from getting into those dark energy places where you're discouraged or depressed or not confident, or you're feeling hopeless, or you feel like you can't do something or accomplish something. All of those energies begin to dissipate. You begin to let them go, and they no longer are a part of your identity, and you no longer operate from that cloud of fear that used to be your thinking process. You no longer operate from that place of discouragement or uncertainty or being unsure about yourself. It becomes more so of, everything that I set my heart to, I will have. It's only a matter of time, because when you get to the point where you are your own validation, you will never quit. There is nothing that can make you quit your purpose. There's nothing that can make you quit the journey that you put yourself on. And when you become your own validation, you no longer feel the pressure and stress to work on a quick time frame, to rush everything. You no longer operate in that frequency. It becomes more so, you take things one day at a time, and you no longer live for the process, but you live for the journey. You appreciate the journey and everything that it has to offer you. You appreciate the journey and all of the growth that you obtain along the way. And the journey itself becomes the reward and the fulfillment. Whereas before, you wanted all of the reward so that other people can look at you and be impressed. But now, when you become your own source of validation, you no longer live to impress other people. You only live to be satisfied with yourself and to be happy with yourself. Because what other people think, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Because nobody can achieve success for you. Nobody can achieve happiness for you. And nobody can achieve, your dreams or your goals. And at the end of the day, you have to go to sleep with your own mind you know, and it really does not matter. Living for what others think of you, living for the opinions of others, it's a trap, and it's a prison, and it will hold you captive all the days of your life until you overcome it, until you set yourself free. Be your own validation, because when you're your own validation, nothing can discourage you, nothing can disempower you. When you are your own source of feeling validated, and when you know that who you are and what you have decided to be and who you choose to be with your choices, it's right for you, you're on the right path. You are truly on the path to freedom and happiness, because you have liberated yourself from everything outside of you that will otherwise put fear in you, put anxiety in you, and nothing anybody says or thinks about you can offend you or put you in a negative space, because it doesn't matter. And until you get to that point, you will be in subjugation and be in bondage to those type of energies. You know, what other people think of you will rob you of your destiny, really, and hold you back. It will impact your overall life experience. And most of us in this world today, we live in that type of bondage. We live in that type of mindset. We want to impress everybody. It's all about appearances. It's all about the vanity. And at the end of the day, when we get older, we can take none of this vain stuff with us. We can take none of this material stuff with us. Nothing that we accomplish, none of our college degrees, none of the money that we obtain, none of it can come with us. So what really matters? What really matters is you, and you being happy with yourself, you being content with yourself, you being happy within your own journey. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. And the quicker that we understand this, the more wise we become, the more free and happy we become within, the more we begin to access those inner and spiritual riches, which are far greater than anything this world can offer materially. Like I said, you know, even people with material things that many of us aspire toward are not happy. They're not free. Still have hate in their heart. Still suffering from sicknesses and diseases, mentally and physically. So what does it really mean? Nothing. Also, when we find our validation in external things like material things, you know, our validation and sense of self-worth will fluctuate depending on what the circumstances are outside of us. So let's say we finally get that dream car we want, and then we lose it. Okay? When we got it, we feel awesome. We feel like we're on top of the world. We feel like we have everything. But when we lose it, we feel like we're worthless. So it's important to avoid that state of reality. It's okay to have dreams and goals and aspire towards nice things, but we never want to put our sense of validation and self-worth inside of anything that exists outside of ourselves. Like I said, that is the only way. Not falling into this trap is the only way to obtain true happiness, to obtain true freedom, true fulfillment, and just really live a holistic, balanced, happy, healthy life, and to really connect deeply with the things in life that matter most, like love, getting to know your higher self, true fulfillment, getting in contact with nature, discovering deep intimacy with whatever you consider God to be. Yeah, so I want to thank you for tuning in to this video. That's all I have to say in this one. Please like and subscribe. I post videos daily, so please join my community. I really appreciate it. You know, interact in the comments, leave me your feedback on some of the things that I talk about, and I will engage with you in the comments. Thank you. Stay tuned for the next one. Peace.